I did a video already on one of my channel. I think it was Mag on the Run, Mag Truth on the Run. I basically debunked the slavery to show you that the Atlantic slave trade was basically a bullshit hoax they pull on the masses. And if you notice, all you go get is heroes out of these fucking psyop. The slavery was a fucking psyop they push on the masses, and just to keep black people inferior. They're not gonna get it. They're disappointed that there wasn't slave. After I debunk that, I get a lot of feedback. People basically disappointed that there wasn't slaves and dogs and beat up, okay, and forced to work. I don't understand this. It's weird to me. But watch this right here. I'm gonna debunk this one right here with the slavery. Let's go.
Historians estimate that between 1500 and 1870, more than 11 million men and women were carried across the Atlantic.
11 million. And you want to tell me you need people to work, and you capture 11 million people and bring them to... This is bullshit right here. And bring them in your country to take over your country, basically. It's fucking bullshit. 100% trash.
Atlantic Ocean in ships like these.
Ships with no engine, people. Okay? It basically just rowing ships. They're carrying with millions and millions of people all right around the year. It's not real. It's fucking fakery.
Passengers were forcibly transported from Africa to the West Indies, Brazil, or other lands of the Americas.
So who was in the West Indies and those places where you're transferring slave? What was the purpose? You're bringing slave to work in the Caribbean. Who was running the Caribbean at that point? You can't tell the masses, because now it's all black people in the Caribbean mostly. So you want to tell me they're bringing more slave than the actual peoples that's there? 100% bullshit, and it's clear. Nothing but some satanic shit they bring to the masses just to push it on you that you're a slave. It's time to debunk it. It's fucking fakery.
These people were enslaved Africans, and their lives on board the slave ships were filled with pain, suffering, and death.
How long it take to carry these people from Africa to the Caribbean and to the Americas? It's fucking fakery. 100% boat with no engine. Wow. And you traveling with all these bodies, all these people, some dying on you. You have to beat them. They want to... It's bullshit. 100% garbage. Can you imagine that kind of chaos on a fucking boat? It's bullshit.
In the 1500s, Europeans saw enslaved Africans as a source of inexpensive labor for their colonies.
Inexpensive labor, okay? It's cheap labor, and I already know about it, people. What you gotta understand is called farm work. They recruit people from small, poor countries to come in the Americas, England, and all those places to work for small minimum wages. That's what you don't understand. At the end of the day, they end up calling it slavery. It's bullshit. Yes, it's slavery because they're working them for damn near nothing. But it's not like you think the way they put it, with slave and people whooping people with chains and tying up with chains and whooping them with whoop. It's all fucking fakery. 100%.
European planters established...
See? It's called farm work. This guy right here got his little straw hat on his head, chopping his sugar cane. It's called farm work. It's not fucking slavery. They get him from all over the world. They don't chain him up to bring him here. That's what you need to know. Back in the days, the only way of transportation was in the water. All boats. So they basically have a lot of restriction in the water. That's what they used to do. This right here is fucking work. That's what it is. It's called work for minimum wages. Small amount of money that you know the other people not gonna do it. Okay? The American not gonna go chop no sugar cane. They have to get people from the islands and from Africa and those places. And they did not force them to come. Okay? It's called farm work. Wake your ass up.
Plantations or huge farms in North America.
There it is. You got an overseer right there on the horse. That's not a slave driver. Okay? That's what you need to understand. There's no one slave driver can run all these slaves right here. Okay, you need to wake your ass up. And a lot of times they don't call it slavery, but you see people in prison doing a lot of hard work for what, 10 cents an hour? That's slavery right there also. You need to understand it was low minimum wages. They give the people from foreign countries to work in the Americas. That's what it is. And they turn around and call it slavery and make their fucking movie Roots and 12 days of slavery or 12 months of slavery, 12 years of slavery. All fucking bullshit on the masses right here.
South America and the Caribbean. As the plantations grew, more slaves were needed to work on them.
You feel like they have and they have them chained up right there coming, and then when they come to work, you let them go. It's all bullshit. What's the sense? Chain up these people right here, knowing that you have to go take the chain off for them to work. What the fuck is this right here? It's all bullshit. Treat them like prisoners, and then when it comes to work, you let them go. Get the fuck out of here.
Slavery had existed in Africa since ancient times. Some African kings...
Slavery in Africa, okay? I already told you people, it's called work. That's what it is, and don't believe it, okay? What you gotta understand, there's still slavery today when you have to go work every fucking day to work to survive. It's the same shit. Basically, there was real underpaid people right here you're looking at. They call slave. Who was gonna do the work? Who was gonna do the hard work and those kind of job, working in the fields? Okay, you have to get people from foreign countries to work for a little bit or nothing, okay? A little small amount of wage, minimum wage, they pay them. Half the minimum wage, they pay them.
And merchants captured people and sold them as slaves to European traders.
Who capture the people and sell them? It's bullshit. It's 100% garbage. I already tell you people, it's just to make black people look inferior. That's all it is. Look smaller than the regular people. And you take it and run with it. Talking about you go get mule. You ever see a mule in America? About 40 acres and a mule. I never seen a mule ever in my life. Where they go get mule from to give the black people? Nothing but trickery and keep you dumb down. Bam!
As well as to Arab merchants.
Bullshit.
When the demand grew, kings often sent their warriors to attack neighboring villages for slaves.
All bullshit.
The
I'm always gonna say this. Why you have these people chained up and tied up? What the fucking sense? You still have to let them go for them to work. And now you bring them to your country, you let them go free so they can run away in your country. This is bullshit.
Europeans treated slaves like cargo. They were locked inside cells for weeks until ships could take them to colonies across the ocean.
Nothing but bullshit.
For slaves, life on a slave ship during the Middle Passage was a nightmare.
Now they're in the water, they can't go nowhere. Why the fuck you chain them up on the boat? This is bullshit right here, 100% crap.
Even crew members were shocked by the conditions in the slave holds.
When I had to enter the slave deck, I was forced to crawl over the slaves.
He just want to tell you how much slave it was. It was so many that cover up the whole ground. Wow, a whole shipload of prisoner slaves. It's bullshit. Don't believe it. It's a fake shit.
The Negroes are frequently packed so close together that they have not so much room as a man in his coffin.
It's bullshit. So all this time it take you to bring all these bodies right here. You have all these men right here chained up in one position. What kind of environment would that be? Okay, they can't go nowhere. They can't move. What they do, piss and shit on themselves. It's all bullshit. They bring the masses 100% in.
I was so overcome with the heat, dense and foul air that I nearly fainted.
All bullshit.
It was only with assistance I could get on deck.
Alexander Falconbridge. Although the transatlantic slave trade, the bringing of slaves from Africa to the Americas, was abolished by U.S. law in 1804.
More abolished by U.S. law. Always make it look like some hero come out and say, okay, no more slavery. It's bullshit. No doubt about it. They even give Lincoln a lot of props, say he stopped slavery. You need to wake your ass up. Like I say, they was basically fighting for workers that will go work for a little bit of nothing. Damn near half the money of the minimum wage. And that's why they were seeking for these people right here. Okay, that's what you need to know. It's not no slave. It's just people that work, farm workers.
Some traders chose to ignore the law. They continued to capture Africans and transport them across the Atlantic.
Bullshit, it's bullshit. Do you believe that you can go to Africa and go capture some people and bring them out, get the fuck out of here? I know smaller islands than that, and you can't go there and pick nobody up. It's fucking bullshit right here.
On June 28, 1839, the Amistad set sail from Havana, Cuba, bound for the Cuban coastal town of Puerto Principe. On board, Captain Ramon Ferrer carried a cargo of 53 African slaves, purchased in Havana. An African on board the Amistad named Senaba Pie fought the...
Remember, only 53. Okay, they was carrying them in all kind of bundles, thousands and thousands of them at a time. And now it's 53 of them. Now they go fight back. This is bullshit right here.
Men who tried to enslave him and other Africans. One dark night, Senaba Pie called Cinque by his captain.
All fakery. I guess this is what they make roots off of one of them. I'm trying to tell you people, it's nothing but crap. It's not real. Black people ain't never slaves. They're fucking fakery. Faking the masses. I already tell you. There's no way they could have let them abandon that African language and start speaking English. No way. They have to communicate with each other. You see how much of them pile up right there? They pile up in the back, all of them chained up. How they go communicate? By learning English from these people right here? You need to wake your ass up. They would have never abandoned their language for no damn English.
Unlocked his shackles using pieces of metal he'd found on the ship. Working quickly, he freed the rest of the slaves, and they prepared to attack their captors.
So you telling me these ones come from Cuba? Where they come from? You need to tell me they started from Cuba. It's all bullshit. They're selling the masses. I already tell you people, they don't have no damn slaves. Okay?
The Africans took over the Amistad. The cabin steward translated the Africans' demand: sail the ship back to Africa or the crew would be killed.
Back to Africa, okay? So they're not going to Cuba. They want to go back to Africa where they're from. So-called. Watch this.
Instead of sailing for Africa, the currents of the Gulf Stream pulled the Amistad north.
So the current pull it north, okay? So how the hell they've been doing this shit right here, transferring slaves from Africa all the way to the Caribbean, all the way to the Americas? You know what days and weeks that would have taken, even months? Wow, that's just bullshit right here. Now you go tell me the waves and it can channel you to another country? Wow, so how the fuck you get to where you're going when you're moving these slaves? How?
In the summer of 1839, American newspapers along the eastern seaboard reported wild stories of a ship manned by black pirates.
Yes, and in the newspaper from them time, it was all fucking fakery. They're giving the masses 100% trash.
An American ship called the Washington found the Amistad and captured it. The ship, including the Africans, was taken into custody.
See? Back then they got a lot of laws in the water, okay? No ship can just basically come in. They will just run up on it and take it out.
The Spanish government, which had colonized Cuba, demanded that President Martin Van Buren send the Africans to Cuba, where they would remain slaves. But former President John Quincy Adams thought that the slaves should remain free. He argued that since they had been taken from Africa illegally, they were not then legally slaves. For more than a year, Adams fought for the Africans' release. On March 9, 1841, the Supreme Court of the United States announced its decision.
It is the ultimate right of all human beings in extreme cases to resist oppression.
All white people, basically, they go give this props right here in the so-called Supreme Court that basically rule that they should let the slave go.
And to apply force against ruinous injustice.
Senator P.A. and the other captives were freed. The United States Supreme...
Senator P.A. Wow. So they even know the names of the slave when they're taking them away. It's bullshit. 100% crap. How you know the slave name? You just capture people and bring them with you to go work in another country. What the fuck you know about their name? And they speak a different language. It's nothing but bullshit.
Court had recognized these Africans as free human beings.
And how much movies they got out of this one? How many movies? I know you don't see it. No doubt about it.
Although the Atlantic slave trade came to an end in the 1800s, the damage had been done. African societies were disrupted by depopulation and warfare. Some 2 million people had died on slave ships.
2 million die on the slave ship. That means while they transfer them, 2 million of them die out of it. You believe it, people? You can't tell me, man. And what happened to when the slavery finished? Why not just go back home? This is bullshit right here. No doubt about it. If you take me, capture me from my country, take me to a country to work and slave me, and then slavery begin abolish, I'm heading back home. Nobody can tell me I'm gonna just settle down in the place that they're trying to enslave me. It's bullshit. Why is the African race still in America? No bullshit. They're tricking the masses, okay? They tell you you're an African American just to keep your foot out of America, okay? 1 foot in Africa, 1 foot in America. That's what they do. So you're not fully American. That's what they're telling you. But it's fucking fakery, 100%. They didn't bring black people to America. Nowhere else. You better understand. Look at a black American and look at a black African and you see what I'm saying. Totally different swag. Bam.
Millions more had been forced to endure a life of slavery.
Bullshit.
Europeans first brought African slaves to the Americas to...
I told you, people, I just never miss. People never understand why I say what I say. But yes, you can be mad at me all you want, but you have to look back in yourself and know that I'm right. Low wages right there. D, you see that right there? I tell you, that's what it is. That's why they're going to get the people right here to work for low wages. That's what it is. They call farm workers. Chop sugar cane, pick corn, pick cotton. That's what it is. They're not slaves.
Work, A, as indentured servants, B, on plantations, C, as merchant seamen, D, for low wages. What decision did the Supreme Court make in the case of the captives on board the Amistad? A, the court recognized the captives as free human beings. B, the court sent the captives back to Cuba.
Yes, but they're from Africa. That's where they're from, so-called. Why would you send them back to Cuba if you rule in their favor? This is bullshit.
C, the court ended the slave trade. D, the court sentenced the captives to a prison term for mutiny. What were the causes and effects of the Atlantic slave trade?
It's all bullshit, people. Don't listen to them. This Atlantic slave trade, it's all a hoax. And I already told you that's where you get your roots and your 12 years of slavery. All of that shit that they have on TV continue to dumb you down. It's all made up. Just like this ball earth you see right there spinning. It's all fucking fakery. I'm gone.